So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to selling online, and it's things that I see happen all the time when people are selling courses, programs, products online, and they just always make me cringe. And I'm also going to be sharing my tips for overcoming those things, not doing those things, and coming across more natural and less icky. If you are interested in watching more business, marketing, freelancing content from me, do remember to hit that subscribe button and press the thumbs up if you like this video. So the first thing is something that I've been seeing a lot of recently on a lot of landing pages that I'm clicking through on from Facebook adverts, and that is when you get a landing page that describes the offer that the person is selling, and it goes through all of the things that is included, but next to each of those things, it gives a value. So it says that this thing that is included in the offer is worth $900, this thing's worth $50, this thing's worth $300, and then they'll put the price at the end as being, get this offer today for $27. And sometimes they even end up rounding up a total of what all the things that are included in the offering or the course or the product actually are valued at, so like $3,000 or something like that, and then they put a strike through it saying, but today you pay $27, and I just look at that and I think, how are you offering that kind of discount? For me, it makes me suspicious that what they're offering actually isn't valued at that at all, and then that makes me think, why are they trying to come across as something that they're not? Maybe they're lying, maybe they're trying to manipulate me. People aren't stupid. If they're reading things like that and then they see at the end that they're only going to be paying an absolute fraction of what you're saying the product is actually worth in total as a value, people are going to question whether it is actually worth all that. And that's going to make them maybe question into the authenticity of your brand as a whole. So when I see things like that, I either think to myself, well, this actually probably is worth $27 because why on earth would they give a discount that big? Or I'm sat there thinking, is this too good to be true? What's the catch? And then also kind of thinking along the lines of, is this person trying to manipulate me? And maybe, as with all of these things that are my pet peeves, maybe it's because I'm British and stereotypically we tend to be less comfortable with kind of the louder sales techniques. But things like that just don't come across as natural and authentic at all. So what would be my tips instead if you're trying to sell a program that has got loads and loads of value in it and it has got several things that you want to list off and get across that value? My first tip is don't undersell yourself in the first place. If something really is worth $3,000 or £3,000, wherever you are, then why would you want to give it away for so cheap? I think you should always charge what you're worth, and that's a whole other story into money mindset and stuff like that, but don't undersell yourself by such an outrageous percentage. Also, if you think something is good value and you're providing a lot for the money, explain that with words. Don't use trivial numbers that don't mean anything that you've just assigned to it and plucked out of the air, because that's what it feels like on these landing pages, that people have just assigned a number to something that they've really just plucked out of the air, maybe not done a lot of research with. So if you think you have value, explain it with words and good copywriting instead. The other tip is to not just tell people about the value, but actually show them as well, whether that's including some kind of video or tutorial that you can give the effect of being really hands-on with the product or offering, or even screenshotting rave reviews from customers who have previously used it or worked with you or whatever it is. Actually including some kind of social proof can speak so much more than anything that you could ever write as the actual business selling it. My second pet peeve is when you sign up for some kind of online training or webinar, but you can't watch it straight away and you're put into kind of this holding tank of choosing a time and a date that suits you to watch it. But when you do actually come to watch it, it turns out you can't skip it, you can't pause it, you have to literally sit there and watch it. Now, I get the concept behind this. It's to make sure that people are really committed to what you're selling. It's also to make sure that people can't skip The parts where you're promoting your actual paid offer, you're giving away this free content in a free online training or a webinar, you obviously are going to be wanting to promote an actual paid product. But what that just makes people feel is frustration. And please do give this video a thumbs up if you have ever been in this position, trying to watch some kind of free webinar and just being stuck, not being able to watch it when you want to watch it. It is so annoying if you're trying to watch something and you just need to run out to go to the loo or pause and do something else and you can't do that. My personal reaction to that is not that, wow, I'm watching something that's so great value, I have to wait for it and it must be so exclusive, which is the aim of this. My personal reaction is I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated that I can't get the information that I want when I want because I'm busy, and I just feel like it feels quite fake sometimes because it's supposed to be giving the effect that it's live, especially when you have to book a time and a date to watch it, because it's kind of giving you that effect that you need to sign up for a certain time because it's a live training when it's not. It's usually pre-recorded. And the fact that you can't skip it or pause it also kind of adds to this fake live effect, which again, people aren't stupid. When I'm sat there watching something that's fake live and it's got all the comments to the side of it of people supposedly commenting live at the time, which they're not, I personally feel like it's a bit of a manipulation and it doesn't feel very authentic again. So what can you do instead? First of all, I'd say really weigh up about your actual target audience. For some people, this might suit their target audience and really give them the feeling of exclusivity for this specific training. However, I would say that my target audience, they're low on time, they're quite busy, they're not going to sit around and wait as this countdown timer goes for their allotted slot to watch this free training, and they're certainly not going to be able to carry on watching it if they need to get up and sort the kids out or go to the loo or whatever it is. That is time consuming and I don't want to put that on my target audience. So the question I would then ask is, can you deliver it in another way? Could it be an actual live? So on Facebook or on YouTube or Instagram, you could do an actual live where people are coming and actually interacting and engaging in real time. And that is just a bit more authentic. And if people want to join and see that, then they can schedule that themselves. And if they don't, you can always post a replay. But it's a bit more accessible and actually authentic than a fake live situation. So one of the reasons that this technique is used, as I said, is so that people can't skip past when you are trying to promote your paid product and just absorb all the free information and then leave, which I do understand, but this also comes into kind of a bigger picture idea about having an abundance mindset. If people are skipping past the important bits where you want to pitch to them, are they really your ideal target audience? Are they really your ideal target client? Because those who do love you and love your brand and love what you do and want everything that you put out there, that's your target client, and they're not going to skip past those bits. They're going to be interested in what you have to say. If you want your training to be more exclusive, so that it's not just a live on Facebook or it's not just a YouTube video, you can still set this up with an email list to deliver the free training via email, but just make it accessible when people want to watch it and let people pause it if they need the loo and let people skip it if they want to get to the good part and they're running out of time. I understand that it sounds like I'm ranting, but it really is one of my pet peeves. So my third pet peeve is guilt buttons on landing pages. Now, definitely let me know in the poll whether you have seen these before and whether you know what I mean. But essentially, it is when you have some kind of sign up freebie that you are offering people in exchange for their email address that says, download this report or download this freebie. One button says, okay, great, yes, download now, or send me the report. And then you have one button say, no, I don't want to learn new things, or no, thanks, I don't want to 10x my engagement, or whatever it is. Basically, the second button where you're opting out of that freebie and you don't want to give them your email address is making you feel guilty for doing so. And again, I get the principle behind this. You want people to be clicking that button and giving you their email address because building an email list is so important. And I have a whole online course all about email marketing and I'm obsessed with it as a marketing strategy. But this just gives a bad feeling in general Why do you want to make your target audience feel guilty? That is not a positive experience that they are having with your brand. Every experience that your target audience is having with your business should be a positive one that makes them feel good when they walk away from it. And guilting someone into signing up to your email list is not one of those things. So instead of doing that, just question, do you really want to start a relationship with your target audience member like that? Do you really want to start it out that way? And my best tip would just be to make your yes button really, really appealing. So you could just make that no button say no thanks, or I'm okay, or whatever. Something really simple. Whereas your yes button should really be super appealing. So make sure you're using actionable verbs, not just sign up. You want to be using phrases like, let's do this, or I can't wait, give me the download, really action inspiring call to actions on that button to make it really appealing. And the second thing is just make sure that your actual sign up offer is really appealing too. If it is really good quality and high value and really tailored towards your target audience, people are going to click that sign up form anyway. You don't need to worry about guilting them as well. So those are my 3 biggest selling pet peeves. I hope I haven't ranted too much, but I've seen a lot of it recently and I just felt that I had to share. If you do want to get more marketing and business and design inspiration and content from me, do remember to hit that subscribe button and click the little bell icon next to it to get notified when I post new videos. I'm posting new videos every single week. Also, if you want a whole host of marketing tips that are really actionable all in one place, don't forget to download my free mini marketing guide. It's 13 pages of marketing tips for creative businesses. So go ahead and click the link in the description box or in the pinned comments. That has got a link to go and sign up to my email list and download that free guide. Thanks so much for watching.